What are the alternative economic systems to neoliberalism? Have you ever wondered what other economic systems exist besides neoliberalism? Neoliberalism promotes free market capitalism with a significant role for the state in implementing market reforms. However, from a libertarian viewpoint, there are several alternatives that vary in how much the state is involved in the economy. First, let's consider classical liberalism, often known as laissez-faire capitalism. This system advocates for minimal government intervention, allowing markets to function freely based on supply and demand. Libertarianism closely aligns with this model, emphasizing individual property rights and voluntary exchanges. Unlike neoliberalism, classical liberalism insists on a limited government focused mainly on protecting property rights and enforcing contracts. Next, we have libertarian capitalism, which takes classical liberalism a step further. This approach rejects most forms of government regulation and welfare. It argues that all economic interactions should be voluntary, with the state's role limited to defense, police, and courts. Libertarians believe that even small government interventions can infringe on individual liberty. On the other end of the spectrum is socialism. This system advocates for collective or state ownership of production and distribution. It aims for economic equality and often supports extensive government planning and welfare programs. Libertarians typically reject socialism due to its coercive nature and restrictions on individual economic freedom. Another alternative is social democracy. This system supports a capitalist economy but with significant government intervention to promote social welfare and reduce inequality. It includes robust public services and progressive taxation. However, libertarians view social democracy as overly interventionist, which can infringe on personal and economic liberties. State capitalism is another model where the state plays a dominant role in owning or controlling key industries while still using capitalist market mechanisms. This differs from neoliberalism's preference for privatization. Libertarians critique state capitalism for concentrating power and limiting market freedom. Lastly, we have participatory economics and cooperative models. These systems emphasize worker and community control over production and decision-making, often through cooperatives or democratic planning. While they prioritize economic democracy, libertarians are skeptical of these models due to potential coercive redistribution and limitations on individual market choices. In summary, from a libertarian perspective, the main alternatives to neoliberalism include classical liberalism and libertarian capitalism, which advocate for less state intervention, as well as socialism and social democracy, which increase state control. Libertarians favor systems that maximize individual liberty and voluntary exchange, critiquing neoliberalism for its acceptance of state roles that may infringe on these principles.